Welcome back to the #1 podcast in the world. We are your hosts, Chase Demoor.
And Gabrielle Moses.
And today we have a lot of catching up to do. There's a lot going on in the world, Gab.
I may have made some people mad too.
Did
on
you?
accident.
Already, so I guess we're starting it hot.
Oh, do you have something else you wanted to
No,
start
go
with?
for it. Shoot your shot.
So apparently my big mouth likes to, talk a little bit big game. And apparently last week's episode, or 2 weeks ago's episode, made somebody not too happy. And Chase woke up to a not very nice text message because I may have called someone manipulative.
And you're just going right into my personal life is crazy.
Sorry, I'm exposing you like that. But guys, I'm passionate, and whenever I'm mad about something, I'll just use words to express how mad I am. So when I might say something like that, I don't always genuinely mean it as a jab at someone. I'm just saying it as the outsider's perspective. So don't let me, someone that's unrelated to your life and irrelevant to your life, make you mad. Just keep living your life and doing your thing.
I was just going to start on a lighter note and talk about, the Olympics. And
oh, yeah, that too. It just ended.
A lot of, the other more important stuff. But if you want to go right into talking about Misfits boxing, what's going on in my life, Gab, I'm glad that we can talk about that. Since we're talking about my life, let's talk about your life.
Well, then let's talk about the Olympics.
No, we're already on the subject. So let's talk about Misfits boxing. Over the past weekend, Misfits boxing had their event. As we all know, I was meant to fight August the 10th against Nick Joseph. But unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, the fight was pulled Monday and we were meant to fight Saturday. So I was having a pretty difficult week with that. With that being said, there was a lot of controversy on Twitter as to whether or not I was going to continue to pursue my professional fight career with Misfits boxing. And this is the text messages that you are referring to. I don't know if I'm quite awake to go right into this right off the rip, but since Gab opened that wound, I guess we're just going to start the podcast.
We're going to just rip it off with that.
So essentially, I was told that the fight was no longer happening. Mind you guys, the amount of time, effort, and energy that I've spent training for this fight. I was notified of the fight, June the 1st. And essentially, I gave up my birthday, my high school reunion, graduations, family time, my mom's birthday, loads of stuff. Friends' weddings I've missed out on. I didn't go to weddings. I didn't do anything because I've been in Europe spending, thousands of dollars on training partners, gyms, equipment, etc., sponsorships, all that great stuff getting ready for this fight. That essentially I was told 5 days before the fight was meant to happen that it was no longer happening. This is coming up to the point where, I'm on the phone with, Misfits, and they're like, yeah, the fight's happening Saturday. We're going to book your flight Sunday. I have coaches in Spain I got to get over here. So essentially, Monday morning rolls around. I woke up, had a text message saying, hey, can you send our social security number so that we can book you your fight license? I was like, all right, cool. After they said that, I was like, I don't got really time to wait on them and book my coach's flights because, flights are changing, they're filling up, etc. So I spent out of my own pocket, $2,200, I think, to fly my coach from Spain.
Yeah, for one person.
For one person, to fly my coach from Spain over to Miami. And essentially, I fell back asleep. I woke up a couple hours later, and they told me the fight was off. And at that point, I just needed a couple days off. First and foremost, this is where I want to start with. I want to apologize to the fans, to the supporters, to everybody that was coming out to the fight. I know there was a lot of people excited to see my return to the ring. It's been about 8 months, and honestly, I posted this tweet right here. And I was just, I'm so sorry. And that's all I could say for the entire day. I think I got off social media for the day just because I needed a mental break because that was a lot to take in. And, honestly, everybody online was super supportive about it. And I really appreciate it. And I know on the previous podcast, I did say I would cut ties with Misfits boxing if this were to happen. Here's the thing, when she's talking about the text message I received from Mans Taylor, Gabrielle is a very opinionated person.
That's nothing new. Especially when it has to do with people that I care about, and whenever you had spent the entire, I was hurting for you, and that's why I said the things I said, because I know how much effort that you put into things and how much money and time, and so I see things that you don't post about. I see all your effort. I see you having a hard time, taking in how much you even have to run every single day, the 7 miles a day, what you have to eat, everything that goes into it that people don't realize. Yeah, the not eating, the fasting. And so the amount of time and energy you put into it for you to be told 5 days of notice, like, oh, by the way, like, come on. If they really wanted to try harder, I feel like there's ways around it.
The craziest thing is they didn't even offer me like
Compensation.
Come commentate on the fight. Bare minimum.
Yeah,
they do a lot of,
yeah.
bare minimum that they do to a lot of the other fighters, and I was a little bit disheartening about that because I have put my body on the line for Misfits time in and time out again. And so here's the thing. First and foremost, I want to talk about Mams Taylor. Mams Taylor is the guy. Whether Gabrielle likes him or not, because Gabrielle is a very opinionated person.
No, I think he's a very good business person. That doesn't mean you have to like someone. I think he's very good at running his own business.
The only thing Gabrielle's good at is running her mouth. So, like, let's just start there. So, Gabrielle hangs out at the boxing gym all the time. She hangs out with people that don't like Mams. And so, while I'm training, she's just sitting there having a shit talk powwow, like it's like high school lunch. So, Gabrielle, yes, she does see a lot that I go through. But, with that being said, Mams Taylor, he does do a lot for me in the sense of she wonders why I do take these fights and why I do put my body on the line and why I do it time and time again for not that much pay and not that much this or that. The thing is like I have such a good relationship with him because he's opened a lot of doors for me outside of reality television, outside of social media. He's given me a platform to not only express my athletic side of myself, but also my personality. Mams Taylor, the same guy who, I cried with when I had my first win stripped from me for knocking out Stevie Knight and keep punching him. Mams didn't have to give me another fight after that. I took the suspension on the chin, but he was a great sport about it. He worked with me through it. And, yes, we had to fight, Alan Belcher, the bare knuckle heavyweight champ. But, even that gave me balls of steel because after that, everybody was beatable, Mams is... he put me on the Prime card when every celebrity in the world wanted to be on that card. He's really broken his back for me, and I don't ever forget things like that. So when she has an opinion and when I have an opinion, the opinions don't align. So I don't want anybody on the internet to think that I have a bad relationship with Mams Taylor or Mams Taylor has never done anything good for me because Mams Taylor has done so many good things for me, and he's always there for me. He always picks up the phone when I call, and he doesn't have to do that because there's a million people that would love to fight on Misfits. But with that being said,
I have nothing to lose and I'll say what I want to say. I'm not an ass kisser like a lot of people are on Twitter. So that's why I'll state my mind because I have absolutely no relevancy to any of that. And I see it from an outsider's view.
You're right. And you got to think about the fighters that, Gabrielle also hangs out with. She hangs out with me. I'm a very opinionated person. She hangs out with Dean the Great, a very opinionated person. Anthony Taylor. He hangs out at Diddy parties,
what does that have to do with anything?
You know what it has to do with anything, because I could post the screenshot. You know exactly what I'm referring to.
You're talking about.
With that being said, I'm very thankful for everything this has done for me. But moving on from that, talking about the fights that happened this past weekend, I think that, they had the new signing with the Ingram kid. I think he comes from the Mayweather boxing gym. A lot of people were confused as to why I tweeted at Misfits Boxing, asking why are we signing these pros to influence our scene? I wasn't fully aware of him and why he chose to leave Mayweather, but I guess he just wasn't getting a whole lot of fights over there. So now he's with us. He had his debut. I think he started a little bit slow, but he came through and had a good fight. I also remember watching Leah Gotti and the other girl fight. They're not the highest quality of boxing, but I think they both entertained a lot inside the press conferences. They were
the press conferences, especially.
They were fun to watch. Who else fought on that card? Anthony Taylor took a 3-day notice fight to defend his title. Big respect to that. I think that takes immense amount of stones to want to do that. Who else fought on that card? Oh, Josh Bruckner and Face Temper. Let's talk about Josh Bruckner. Josh Bruckner is the biggest, that guy is the definition of look like Tarzan, fight like Jane. This guy, I don't even understand why he used to be called the Boogeyman. Look at who
he was boxing, though.
Yeah, you got to fight in Face Temper. I like Face Temper. Face Temper, we train at the same gym. He's a part of the team. He trains with, he has a great coach in Malik Scott, very famous coach in Malik Scott. And I think that, a situation like that is Josh was the bigger fighter, so I think it was a little bit more difficult for Face Temper to handle the amount of shots that he was throwing.
I think some people are born fighters, and that man is just not a born fighter. It's very much so influencer boxing. Man, you look scared within 20 seconds into that fight, and they I'm shocked they didn't call it earlier. You could see the fear on his face.
Yeah, we tried the same gym as them, and you're talking shit on the podcast.
I'm not talking shit like that. I'm just saying he looked a little scared.
Gab's the first one to talk shit about boxing when Gab's never been in a fight.
And I never will be. Like, I'm fully aware I will never step in the ring. I'm terrified of that too. I'm not a fighter.
Anyways. So he trains at our gym. I think he's got some work to do, and I feel for FaZe Temper out there because he's got a great woman in his life, and he's got his whole gaming thing, and he's got a lot going for him, and I would hate to see this be the end of him, especially because Josh Bruckner is just that guy's the definition of a robot. Like, this guy's girlfriend tells him what to do. She says jump, he says how high. Like, I've never seen a situation where the guy looks like that and the girl runs the relationship. But whatever, it is what it is. I'll get my get back against Mr. Bruckner eventually. I think Le'Veon's gonna go knock him the hell out.
I think that's gonna be a really good fight.
I don't think it's gonna be a good fight at all.
Really?
I think Le'Veon's gonna go in there, throw a couple body shots. Josh is gonna go in there scared, and he's gonna get put on all fours just like Salt Poppy did his ass. So
I think it'll be an interesting fight.
No, he can't fight. But he couldn't fight sleep.
Do you think his win is gonna be taken away?
Also, yeah, there was the controversial.
The elbow.
Yeah, the elbow right here. Controversial elbow.
It was obvious. It wasn't like a slight elbow. That thing just.
Well, if you watch the full clip, his glove did touch first, Gab.
Yeah, but the elbow probably hit harder than his glove.
As you guys can tell, Gab doesn't watch any of these clips before.
I watched the clip. I watched it.
She gets the quick brief on what we're going to talk about on the podcast. And
No,
just comes
I
out here
watched
and,
the clip.
And just,
I've seen it.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Which arm was it?
One of them.
Exactly.
It was his left.
That's funny because Bruckner's a southpaw. So how?
Yeah, no, but I think it was his left.
So he threw a check hook with his power hand.
I thought so. I just remember seeing FaZe right here, Josh right here, and it's from this angle, and I see.
You're reaching, bro. You're reaching. But yeah, so that was my take on This Is Boxing this weekend. I think whatever card this was, we're definitely looking forward to the next one. This just seemed like a filler card to me.
It was a filler card. There was like no one there in the stands. They wouldn't show the stands.
That's why I streamed on Twitch.
Yeah,
I briefly turned on the new Misfits game. Don't worry, guys, I got a copyright strike. I'm not supposed to do that. But I briefly turned on the new Misfits video game, and I had 600 or 900, something like that, viewers in the stream.
Yeah, that'll get you in trouble when you got to pay to watch.
But in my defense, FaZe Kaysen was streaming it, and he had 10,000 people in there. So I mean,
really?
So I mean, I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but.
If you can get away, people see things and they're like, oh, 5 seconds of fame. Let me just put this on TikTok. Everyone thinks that they could just expose people.
Yes, because they become invested in what's going on. And speaking of invested, Gab, what do you know about investing?
Well, this actually brings us to our sponsor for today, which is Acorns. I know everyone always puts off investing because they're like, oh, we don't have to do that yet. That's for old people, That's a little bit further down the line. Or they think, oh my gosh, you have to have so much money and so much time and so much knowledge to be able to invest. But guys, guess what? With Acorns, you could literally use your spare change to invest. That is how easy it is. Acorns makes it so easy to automatically start investing and saving for your future. And I know, yes, you might think, but where do I even start? Where do I even begin? Well, guys, all you have to do is look up acorns.com/unscripted and start using it right now to start saving for your future.
What's even crazier about that is even before I was sponsored by Acorns, I was using Acorns. It was one of the first things that I started investing in when I got my first job because they had this really cool thing back when I was in college that if you spent I don't know, $1.75 on a candy bar or something like that, it would round it up to $2 and invest that other 25 cents into your savings, into whatever stock is going crazy.
No, that's literally insane. In college or even on your day-to-day life, you could just be using your spare change to invest. And what's also amazing is Acorns actually has portfolios that are built by experts and that are kind of more towards your goals and will help you invest. But yeah, if you guys are looking to invest or you don't know where to start, definitely check out Acorns right now. Paid non-client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors LLC is an SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/unscripted.
Anyways, the new Misfits game was super sick. So I hope you guys tune into the streaming live all the time now. But transitioning into the next topic, we're gonna just move away from Misfits boxing. I want to talk about these Olympics.
Yes.
Gab made a tweet or a TikTok not too long ago. She's saying which Olympic sport should she do, and I think she said a question or something.
No, I think I'd be good at shooting or archery.
What was the TikTok? You said a question, isn't it?
No. I said just what any of the sports. Like, I want to be in the 2028 Olympics. Which one's the easiest?
Well, I'm going to tell you what the easiest one is. If you pay attention to anything that Australia has going on, Australia seems to be in this one-sided beef with America about who's winning the Olympics. Just for retrospect, some fact-checking for all of you guys out there. You guys might hate America, but one thing that we do
is sports.
Is sports. Like, we went in there, and not only did we have the highest medal count since like 1980-something, we also have the most gold medals, or we're tied with China right now. We're probably going to win this Olympics. We won the last Olympics. I think the last Olympics that we lost was like in 1990 something, and we took second place.
Americans are just slightly competitive.
Yeah, so obviously America went out there and we had a field day. Carrie Richardson bringing home the gold. Noah Lyles, world champions of what? 100-meter sprint, world basketball, and basically every other gold medal.
Simone Biles killing it in gymnastics.
Simone Biles and her husband wearing the medal. It's been crazy. Like, the Olympics, I would say America went out there and it was the definition of Vini Vidi Vici. In English saying, it just stands for they came, they saw, they conquered. And, they took over. And, I couldn't be more proud to be an American. And this is why when we travel to Europe, Americans get such a bad rap. We're loud, we're cocky. Obnoxious, but listen, a whole lot of gold coming back to the United States.
Yes, there is. But the USA got done dirty, too.
Who they got done dirty by?
Jordan Chiles.
Who the heck is that?
The gymnastics girl. She won a bronze, and then they took it away from her, and they made her give back her bronze medal because they said there was like a scoring error, and they turned in like one of the correct scores for like 47 seconds late, and now the Romanian girl got the third place instead of Jordan, and it's this big controversy. She's now suing the Olympics for discrimination, and the girl, like the Romanian team, is now under observation and stuff because like.
So none of them are Simone Biles.
Yeah, no.
All right, I don't give a damn.
Oh my god, no.
We got Simone Biles.
But this is a big deal too.
She said it's not that big a deal. It's not a gold medal. It's a bronze. You're talking about third place. You ain't first, you'll last.
Where's your medal? Where's your bronze medal?
Do you want to see my trophy case?
Is it a bronze medal from the Olympics? Number 3 in the world is still number 3.
So you're the third best. You're not even the first loser. You're not even first at losing.
I would be down in the tens of thousands best if you tried measuring me for anything. So I'll take third.
Listen, going back to what I was talking about earlier with Gabrielle and what Olympic sport you can do, it sounds like Australia, you could be a breakdancer.
No, literally, Rachel Gunn. Oh my gosh, she was cracking me up. And then afterwards, I didn't show you the TikTok. I'll insert it right here. She's in the streets and all these Olympians are circling around her and she's just dancing in the streets and everyone's like hyping her up. It is the best video I've ever seen. This is like the best outcome from the Olympics is this Rachel girl.
And how much do you know about Rachel Gunn?
Well, she's did it literally because she's getting her PhD and this was for her research paper.
Okay, well now I have to correct you. So she actually has a PhD in breakdancing already. She's a university professor and teaches students. She also won worlds in breakdancing last year for the women's in Australia.
Which is insane.
Which is why she got sent to the Olympics. Her performance, although she took a dead last in the Olympics, dead last, against the number one country that's competing with the United States. Don't ever send, bro, first of all.
The videos were so good. They're so funny.
How are y'all gonna talk shit about the US of A? You're getting your asses. These motherfuckers went from, well, you don't got the most gold medals, and then you guys got the, what else did they say? Oh, per capita or total medals. Like, we shit on them in every category, and then they sent a breakdancer to get shit on. That's crazy.
But we have to protect Rachel at all costs.
Yeah, we're going to protect that woman. She's a university teacher. She showed up at the Olympics. That's more than most people can say in the world. You know, she did compete on the biggest stage in the world, whether she took dead last or not. There's a lot of people memeing her. She's actually more famous than the people that won.
No, exactly. She is. I don't even know the USA girl from.
I didn't even know breakdancing was a sport.
It's new this year.
And now it's
That's
going
why
to be
it's
taken
like
away.
such a big thing. No, they're like, why is breakdancing in the Olympics? Like, who even breakdances?
Imagine being in the Olympic Village and you go, oh, what are you here for? Oh, I'm the Turkish guy that just sticks my hand in my pocket and I go out there and I take silver, hold my
Exactly.
beer real quick.
No, exactly. And then you're here for breakdancing.
That's crazy.
I don't even think that's a real sport.
But I want to talk about Noah Lyles coming for the NBA. World champions of what?
Oh my God.
Of the world.
You watching that game, you should have heard him and his friend Marvin screaming.
Marvin's from Paris, by the way.
Yeah, he's French. They were screaming at the TV. I literally had to leave because I was like, I can't handle all this noise. Like, I gotta
We
go.
beat the dog piss out of them by double digits. They sent their best people in the world against the United States' best people.
In the beginning, though, they were hanging in for the first few minutes.
Steph Curry threw up a half-court three in the middle of a double team, and they memed it because he sunk the shot from half court on a double team. That's the difference. Like, I'm not gonna lie. People talk about the 1990s Dream Team, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, all those guys. Here's the thing. Oh, this team would have beat them by 20. The world did catch up. It's been 30-something years. The world did catch up, but they're still not quite there because America, we are basketball. All right. This is the toughest country in the world to get make it into the NBA. Less than 3,000 people have ever touched an NBA court. Noah Lyles, world champions of what? Granted, Noah Lyles, you did win a photo finish race, but I just want you to fully understand that we sent the Avengers, Captain LeBron James, Steph Curry, Devin Booker. We sent the whole entirety of our best players to show you why the NBA were considered world champions. And I know he was probably sitting in the Olympic Village having breakfast. And I saw this clip of him on Good Morning America. And he was saying, when his coach had went up to him and goes, U.S. is down by 15 right now. Noah kept on eating his food and he goes, yeah, they're still going to win. Because you got to be up by like 40 if you think you're beating the United States of America. If you think we were going to send our best athletes to go take a silver medal in the Olympics basketball, you've lost your damn mind. But with that being said, let me tell you about the women's team.
No, wait. I know the controversy with this.
A lot of people don't know this about the women's team.
How the women's NBA team beat the USA team before the Olympics even happened. Is that what you were talking about?
That also did happen, but that's not what I was going to talk about.
Oh, I thought you were going to roast them. Oh.
The women's team has arguably the best players on it. Not sending I forgot her name, but Angel Reese or the other girl that made the NBA super popular. They sent like these old veterans, right? And they're supposed to go blow out everybody, right? And they get to the final game of France. It was supposed to be a guaranteed gold
They
medal,
done
right?
fucked up.
Let me tell you, these people won. Let me tell you how they won. France got the ball. They dribbled down. They shot a three. Hit a buzzer beater three to win the game. Went back, reviewed the footage. Her toe was on the line. Didn't count as a three.
Wait, so the USA did get gold?
USA got gold because her toe, that's
For
the
some
line.
reason, I still thought they got silver.
I'll show you the clip. No,
Really?
they won. They won, but
Well, I know there's controversy because,
when I say by the skin of their teeth,
yeah.
let me see. I think I had, I think I saved the clip actually because they threw up a game-winning buzzer. But this was the shot. This was the shot for everybody wondering right there.
Oh my God.
They hit the shot. They hit the shot to win the game for gold.
But her foot wasn't on the line?
But her foot was on that much.
So in order to make a three, you have to be right on the line.
You have to be behind the line.
Oh.
So this is the line.
Oh,
Her
and her
foot
foot
is
was-
just like that. It don't count. That's what her foot was. They had to go back for a photo finish. Photo finish, Noah Lyles. Photo finish, women's basketball. It doesn't matter. United States, we definitely kicked everybody's ass in the Olympics. But,
Duh.
this is why the rest of the world hates us.
No, that makes sense. And it's crazy how little U.S. Olympians even make for getting a gold medal. I want to say it's like maybe 30 grand, like 36 grand. And then a silver's like 27 and a bronze is maybe like 18. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I'm like, you train your entire life and spend way more money than that just to get like a golden star. Like, good job, you did it.
Like, congrats.
Like, literally. One of the girls actually too that I know, Charlie Hawkins, she was in the heptathlon and
The heptathlon?
Heptathlon, yes. And she bombed it.
Did she?
Yeah, and there's a viral clip going around of after her doing her high jump, got a 0 on all 3 attempts because she missed it every single time. She did like 1.71 meters was her height, missed it every time. And so her coaches were like, do you just want to completely pull out? Or do you want to continue with the race? She continued with the race, even though she knew it was going to be next to impossible to even rank. She finished second to last or third to last.
So she didn't finish last?
No, she did not finish last still, which is amazing. And I can't even imagine being put in that mental space, just like one little accident. And then I'm sure the first jump that she missed, it just mentally fucked her up. And she was like, I don't even know what I'm going to do now. But I want
to move on from that for a second and talk about Quincy Wilson. I want to talk about Quincy Wilson. Quincy Wilson, the 16-year-old that won gold in the Olympics, 4x400 meters, starts school in 2 weeks.
I was about to say he's going back to high school.
Imagine being in his district, his state, running his event, and you line up against him in track and field coming this spring.
Over.
Like, nobody in the world could beat this kid.
No, we were talking about this the other day, too. Like, what do you do now? Like...
Look, Travis Scott said it best. If you scared, you should have stayed the fuck home.
Like, even college. Obviously, he's going to get a full ride somewhere. But, like, who else is he going to be?
He don't even need to go to college is the craziest thing. The guy's an Olympian. He's 16 years old. He competed in his first Olympics at 16 years old. For retrospect, his next Olympics, he will be 20. He won't even be able to go to a bar yet. And then he'll be 24. And then he'll be 28. This guy has like 4 more Olympics until he starts hitting his prime. And then he'll be 32. And he's got like 5 more Olympics to go to. That means for the next 5 Olympics, for the next essentially 5, 10, like the next 20 years basically, nobody's beating him.
That's crazy. Unless someone comes out of the gutters, you know?
2 decades. He's going to be the next Michael Phelps. This kid is unreal. At 16
He's going to be the next Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt's retired at what is he, like 38, 39 now?
Yeah.
And nobody's even come close to beating him. Not
Who
even
knows?
allowed.
Maybe this kid will.
Usain Bolt's fast in the 100 and 200. Like the 4x400 is just a different race. He's probably still really good in it, but that's a full lap around the grab. But Quincy Wilson, congratulations to all your accomplishments and everything you've done. That's amazing. At 16 years old, man, just turned 16.
I can't imagine his ego. Like, I hope his ego is massive. I can't imagine being 16 and you just have a...
I just want to see what his trophy room is going to look like by the time he's done with his career. Like, he's going to have a gold trophy.
Just by the time he's done with high school.
Right.
Bro's a sophomore.
He's not even developed fully.
Exactly.
He's gonna just keep breaking records. Nobody could beat him at 16.
He does not even look 16 though. Like, I was looking at the picture and I'm like, which one of you is the 16-year-old?
He definitely looks 16.
In a 4x4. I don't think he does. No, I don't think he looks that young. I think he looks at least 20.
He said, dang, I really got school in 2.5 weeks.
I know. I thought that was so iconic. So savage of him.
But, anyways, enough talking about the Olympics. I want to do a little bit of transition into dating and reality television dating at that. Currently, there's a viral clip going out right now that my co-cast member and fellow Netflix reality TV star, Izzy from Love is Blind and The Perfect Match, has recently gone viral for cheating on his girlfriend. This is controversial because Izzy, although I think he is funny as shit, you guys might remember him from Perfect Match Season 2 when he came in there and he was Micah's biggest fan. He knew everything about her. You got a dog, you like hikes, he knew everything about Micah before Micah could even talk. I met Izzy a couple of times, super nice guy. Well, I just want to talk about how the hell are you going to go on Love is Blind, talk about I want to get married and it's not about image and all this and that, right? And then you go on Perfect Match, another dating show, and say the same shit, and then you have a girlfriend in real life and then you go cheat on her and then get mad that she posted all the text messages, the screenshots, and the Instagram stuff.
Aired him out.
If you guys are interested in the video, I'm going to play the video right here as well. You guys can watch this, but basically there's a bunch of controversy of her talking about how he cheated on her, what he did, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know if this is just a whole like reality TV star stunt, but full transparency, like I always say this, know your personnel, like know the type of people you're dating. And in his ex-girlfriend apparently's case, I will say, like if you typically date somebody from Love is Blind or The Perfect Match, you're probably in a safer boat than dating somebody from, I don't know, Too Hot to Handle. But with that being said, Izzy, you got some explaining to do. Like, buddy, you're a public figure, G. Like, you don't think that these girls are gonna, you don't think they're gonna snitch on you?
They want the 5 seconds of fame.
And they're getting it.
The clout too.
Getting it.
They're gonna be forgotten in like a month from now.
Right.
Like, they got some attention for it.
They got a lot of attention because now they can go there. I'm the girl that he cheated on. You know, like you're giving them a platform, as well as Joao from season 6 of Too Hot to Handle and his ex-girlfriend on the internet right now talking about.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, she's going viral right now. Oh, you said you love me and all this and that. And
while you're trying to get back with her.
Right. A lot going on with that. The Peruvian people. Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás?
Oh my gosh.
Like, you guys all think mi novia es Flavia. Like, I'm going in People magazine, people thinking I'm dating Flavia. Flavia's a great girl, super nice. Yeah. But guys, come on.
Yeah, be so for real. Another thing, guys, that I saw on TikTok is, I don't know why this has been a thing lately, but all these women are losing their diamond wedding rings. Like, I saw one of a girl who was like in a furniture store. She looks down at her wedding ring. She's missing her almost 2-carat diamond ring. And then I find, like, I kept scrolling. Another lady, she's
Hold on,
in
I need
Vegas.
some context. What are we talking about here?
Oh, this lady.
What lady?
I keep seeing on TikTok, all these women are losing their diamond rings.
Okay, so it's like a TikTok thing that people are losing diamond rings.
Yeah, okay. But literally the diamonds are falling out of it. It's not even like the full rings coming off. It's just the diamonds. Then I saw in Las Vegas, this lady posted a video of the exact same thing, except she's on the Las Vegas Strip and just found a giant rock.
She just came up.
Yeah, but she was honest about it, and she did not have to do any of this. I'm going to link it all right here. You'll see the video playing in the background. But she even went to as far as calling the 3 biggest insurance companies for jewelry. And obviously every single diamond, every single, like, any big expensive piece of jewelry, you can call any insurance and they could track the owners. Anyways, she did this. She reached out. She could have kept that. The ring was worth almost $12,000. That she found on the Las Vegas Strip. She even had to fight a woman to get that ring because the woman wanted to steal it. A different woman who was also walking down the street that saw the diamond wanted to steal it. And this woman, out of like the graciousness of her heart, I'm still waiting on a new update to see if they found and located the actual owner. But what was crazy is the insurance company found that the policy that was originally taken out on this diamond was inactive. So they don't know if maybe like someone took off the ring and threw it somewhere, because who knows, maybe they got a divorce, or maybe if the original owner died and it was resold. Like, we don't really know.
We're going to work on Gabrielle's talking points so we don't fall asleep on the podcast. Something else I want to talk about is the MrBeast controversial right now. Why don't we talk about something that people care about, not diamond rings, Gab?
Well, people care about diamond rings.
Not that much.
Okay.
What do you know about the MrBeast situation going on right now?
Well, there's several things. Are you talking about Ava, or are you talking about the filming conditions?
Who the hell is Ava?
Ava's Ava used to be named Chris, correct?
Yes.
And Ava was found to be messaging minors. Right. I'm trying to be very careful how I word this.
No, that's exactly how you word it.
It's a very touchy subject.
There you go. It's not like diamond rings, guys.
Yeah, no, this is a little bit different. So Ava was found to be messaging all these minors, even had a minor. I don't know if the person was a minor at the time when they moved in and became Ava's assistant, but they were also performing acts on Ava. And then this person saw it for what it was and was like, I think I'm being used, tried to address the situation with Ava, and Ava pretty much like fired them and was like, you got to move out. Like, I'm not helping you with this or that. And keep in mind, this person that was being exploited by Ava moved across the country to be Ava's assistant. And all the messaging started and began whenever they were a minor.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about Ava. So she's referred to as Chris now. All these Mr. Beast employees coming forth about all the controversies going on with Mr. Beast. I've never spoken to Jimmy or Mr. Beast personally. I have spoken with the manager, and they all seem really nice. But I'm good friends with, obviously Jake the Viking. He used to be a part of the Mr. Beast team. He's come out with like a lot of allegations against him. A lot of like former employees, interns claiming that ideas are being stolen. There's a lot of viral videos out right now. But here's the thing with the whole situation with Chris is all that did was open up a wound, and basically now everybody who's ever against Mr. Beast, who has always been against Mr. Beast in the entirety of the time that Mr. Beast has been doing amazing things. First and foremost, he's a multi-billion-dollar YouTuber, the biggest in the world. He has cured blindness. He has opened wells in Africa. He's changed people's lives. He has done numerous things, and his only stipulation is the entertainment of making a video out of it. And a lot of people try to cancel him for this. It's like, okay, you guys are trying to cancel the wrong person, because this guy not only is doing a positive thing for the entirety of the planet, but you guys are trying to cancel him because he is doing it, one, and two, he's making content out of it. Here's the thing, he wouldn't be able to do any of that stuff if he wasn't making content, you idiots.
It costs thousands and thousands of dollars to help people. He could be pocketing that money and not helping people,
But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about this whole situation with Chris and all these allegations coming forward to Mr. Beast. All you people out there that are on Twitter, that are on YouTube, that are on TikTok, that are coming out with story after story after story, listen, get off of his jock. He's filming a TV show currently right now. I know a lot of people that are on this TV show that are making it to the second round of it. There's a lot going on with it. It's an Amazon show. There's allegations that people are, not being fed on there. They're hungry all the time. They're eating like boiled eggs and like all this military food. They're getting hurt in the challenges. They are signing waivers. They are signing contracts. They know what it is that they're getting into, because at the end of the day, people just want to go on there and they want to be like, oh, I want a shot at winning $5 million.
Yeah, or is it like 7 million? It's
something ridiculous, but they don't want to go through like the process of making the videos. They don't want to go through the process of, this is a challenge-esque show. Like, you need to understand what it is that you are getting involved in before you try to go on the internet and cancel one of the biggest YouTubers, one of the nicest guys on the internet, one of the most life-changing people, because all you're trying to do now is ruin somebody that's trying to do a good thing for everybody else. And that's the reason why the internet's just full of trolls.
Well, again, it's like someone trying to get their 5 seconds of fame. Again,
it goes back to it.
They just want to hate on someone who is already being successful and try to leech off that clout. They're like, okay, well, if I can hate on someone, all right, if I could do this or that, like maybe I'll get some views.
Being self-aware is a huge thing. And honestly, I know personally, there's a situation in this most recent MrBeast video where there's a giant pile of money, I guess at the end of the first round, and people jumped in this pile of money, and they realized it was real money, so they started stuffing all the money inside like their bras, their pockets, trying to leave with this money, steal it before the prize money was won. But these idiots don't realize that there's cameras literally everywhere. It's a whole production filming this show, and a lot of people were pissed off because MrBeast had come out and said anybody who stole the money is going to be automatically eliminated from the show. Idiots! That was part of the challenge. You guys shoot yourselves in the foot and then go play victim. Lost. I'm tired of people playing victim on the internet.
Yeah, no, people be playing victim a little bit too much. Like, if you want to be in a MrBeast video, of course you're going to have to sign up for not the best of living conditions. Yes, you might be a little sleep deprived. Yes, you might not be getting a 5-star meal every night, but you're getting the chance of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands, sometimes even millions of dollars. And like, would you rather work a 9-to-5 and maybe get paid $50K, or would you rather, spend 2 or 3 weeks of your life filming a show for MrBeast, helping him get views, helping him get more revenue for a chance at like triple that, or sometimes even quadruple that? And also, you being in a MrBeast video can help you build a following of your own. Like, if you take it in the right limelight, and if you take it and you use it to your own advantage, it could even start a career for yourself doing something similar, or like helping other people out as well. Like, who knows, you could take your winnings and like donate it, or maybe do like a MrBeast inspired video where you give back as well. And like, that could be a whole domino effect where you even start doing it yourself,
Yeah, I got.
What? You're just not listening to me at all.
You have a lot of run-on sentences.
You were not listening. You're on your phone.
I'm looking up subjects to my notes that you don't ever take during the week when you're sitting at home doing nothing all day.
I don't do nothing. I do a lot of stuff.
Next thing I wanted to touch on quickly was recently Logan Paul had come forth with a letter that he received from the Kim Kardashian's kid, not North, but
West.
Isn't their last name West?
Yeah, I was kidding. Psalm.
Whatever.
Chicago.
One of them drew a bunch of images for Prime. I know Logan sent it off to the factory and sent them a custom Kim Kardashian case of bubblegum flavored Prime. That was pretty sick. Love to see influencers doing stuff like that for the kids.
Wait, that's actually so cute.
Yeah, it's like
That's
a whole thing.
so cute.
Next thing I just wanted to touch on quickly too. I don't know if you guys recently saw, but AMP Kai Cenat was over in Paris. One of the guys.
Dumb. He is so stupid for what he did in Paris.
What did he do in Paris?
Did you not watch the stream? He literally almost he almost broke his own foot because he was trying to get into his Uber, and someone who was trying to help tried slamming the door, and
Nobody was trying to help.
Well, his foot was in it.
Do you know what happened?
I watched the entire stream.
So why was he getting an Uber like that?
Because he was getting swarmed by hundreds of people. And so one of the girls, I literally watched a clip of it. Actually, no, I watched the whole stream. The girl tried closing the door. Well, the kid got onto his car.
There you go.
First of all. And so then Kai finally got the kid out of the car and was like, why the hell are you getting in my car? This is my car. Kid gets out of it, and then Kai gets into the car, and then the girl who was standing right next to the car closes the door. I think she's trying to help him, but his ankle was in the door, and she slammed the door on his ankle. But this is the second time he's literally done something like this. And then he continued doing that. He got out of his car again, got into another public space, and got backed up against a wall in public with hundreds and hundreds of people surrounding him. He was the same person that caused all the issues in New York. This is the second time.
He's not causing issues. It's the fans that gotta calm down. All he's doing is his job. He's a streamer. That's what he's made. That's what he does. You know
yeah, but he could have more security. Like, it does not.
Security could be better.
Yeah, his security could be way.
Speed security guard does not give a fuck.
Yeah.
He didn't even let Speed do stuff sometimes.
No, exactly. Like, Kai could have. He could also organize police escorting, being like, hey, I want to do this. It'll help your city or area get more revenue. Can you guys help make sure I'm safe too? And help maybe direct traffic or help make sure I can get out, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. This is a lot of, I don't know. These streamers got to figure it out. You know, this is the next big wave of popularity is coming from streaming. This is huge, especially with the kids today. So I hope they stay safe out there and get some better security around them because that's just not it, Chief. Just touching back on boxing just really quickly before we go into Gabrielle's last segment. We are back out again September 7th. This will be our first professional bout. We are moving away from influencing boxing and fighting on a professional card September 7th in New Jersey. This is my first time in Jersey. I personally am going to be giving away 20 tickets to this event. So if you guys are in the New Jersey area and you guys are interested and you see this clip, make sure you guys reach out to me. Let me know where you guys are from, how far of a commute it's going to be, and one fun fact about yourself. And I will be selecting 20 people randomly to be giving away tickets to, and I will select 2 people to give ringside tickets to that I will also be doing a photo shoot with and signing a pair of gloves. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you guys reach out to me via Instagram or to the Unscripted email.
Yes. Ooh, we're excited for September 7th. It's going to be interesting.
But honestly, if any of you guys shut my foot in the door, I'm going to get out and box you.
No, exactly. I think people would be a little bit more scared of you than 5'7" Kai.
Exactly. I'm much more scary.
Yeah, just a little bit more scary than he is. But guys, you guys know now we're wrapping up this show with my favorite segment called In the DMs, where you guys message us some interesting dating things. And this week is all about the worst date. So I'm going to read some prompts and we're going to react to them. So first one, in a casual conversation, she talked about her roommate a lot. No problem, normal convo. But then the drinks start flowing and I hear more and more about this roommate. They're really close, a bit much, but it's okay. But by the end of the date, properly buzzed now, it turns out her roommate is actually her husband. That got your attention real quick.
Hold on.
She went on a date.
With a guy.
Yeah, and was talking about her roommate the entire time, but then the roommate was her husband. Because you know the saying, it's almost like we're just roommates. You're together, but it's yeah.
She went on a date with a guy talking about her roommate, but her roommate was her husband.
Yeah. They're probably going through a rough patch, is my guess.
Game is game.
But, like, at the same time...
Game is game. Hiding in plain sight is crazy.
She told him, no. Like, hey, by the way, there was no second date, though. Don't you worry.
Shocker.
Shocker.
Shocker. The dating scene out here in Los Angeles.
I know. I'd be terrified.
Is insane.
Terrified. Oh, my goodness. If they're going on dates behind your back, what else is happening? What's the husband doing? He's probably having some girl over at their house. That's wild. Wild. Okay, this one, though. This one's going to make you laugh. Went on a first date with a guy from my college. We ended up going to Chili's for dinner, and as I'm coming back from the restroom after our meal, he seems nervous and is telling me to hurry to his car. I thought he was just being goofy. As we were driving away, he tells me we dined and dashed. I was mortified and told him I would have paid if money were an issue. He just laughed and kept driving. Awful experience, just an awful person.
Honestly, I think it's funny. It's a little bit
I
of an
don't think
adventure.
that's funny.
It's a little bit of an adventure.
No, that's scummy. On a first date, you're just gonna dine and dash. One, it's illegal.
Baby, if we going on a date, I need to know I can rob a bank with you. Like, it's got to be serious. I'm here for love. I'm here for the foreverness.
I would never dine and dash. I'm scared to even like take a free sample, like 2 of them, you know?
I'm scared to take 2 free samples is wicked work.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever dine and dash. You know the candy boxes at like Halloween that say take one? I followed that rule. I could never dine and dash.
Better than me.
I know, you'd be taking the entire bucket.
Simps.
You'd be like, all mine.
Game is game.
Okay, yeah, I would not do that. What would you do if someone made you... No, it'd be your idea to dine and dash.
Probably.
It'd be over something stupid, though. You'd be like, oh, look at this 5-pound gummy bear. We're taking this with us.
All right, it's coming with me.
It wouldn't be like anything serious that you would do, I don't think.
It's coming with me.
Okay. Last one, though. Met a guy through a not-so-close friend, but she knew we had similar things in common, so she set us up. We went on about 6 dates, and I even brought him to a work event. Seems great, right? Wrong. He never asked me a thing. He was happy to tell me anything I ever asked him, but he never asked me questions about my life. I only asked him. Eventually, I stopped asking him anything personal or even talking about myself. The final nail in the coffin was when I made a comment about the place we were at and asked a question. He straight up just ignored me and just responded with something else not even relevant. I noticed that moment he was not even listening to me. Finally, I told him how I felt and how he acted, and he tried to act like he was shy and quiet when he first met people. Buddy, I know all about your family, your likes, your career, your schooling. Well, you know nada about me. You aren't shy, you're a douche, and I think I'm done.
I got no comment.
I wonder why. I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough if you're constantly asking someone about like themselves and they can't always be like, oh, what about you? Tell me about you too. Like, you know, you take turns, 21 questions. Have you ever played that game? You go back and forth.
Nah. Me, myself, and all me.
Oh my goodness, of course. You and your egos can go out to dinner together then. Have fun with that.
I love it. I do.
Oh my goodness. Well, anyways, that's all I have for today.
That's all the time we have today. Thank you guys for tuning into the #1 podcast in the world. I'm your host, Chase Demoor.
And Gabrielle Moses.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.